of you guys want a better life. For example, better finances and better outcome, and also better health. If you want that, raise your hand. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, great. Okay, then when do we want it? When?
Now.
Now? Okay, perfect. As soon as possible, right? Okay, but today I'm not going to tell you how to get a better life. No. Today I'm going to show you how to achieve the best life. Yes. What is best life? This is called ultimate goal. This is ultimate goal. Whatever you want, whenever you want, whoever you want to be, and whoever you want. Yes, that is called ultimate goal. You want that? Yes, okay. Yes, great, great. So today I'm going to show you the best way to achieve the ultimate goal, best life. So, okay, this is me, by the way. This is me, and on the left side, that is before release. We are talking about release today, and I'm a full-time release master. I'm doing that more than 4 years. So, and before release, that is on the left. Okay, what do you think? That woman looks unhappy and tired? Raise your hand. yeah, raise your hand. Yes, right? Yeah, that's true. I was unhappy. I was invited to Paris collection and Cannes Gala party. Yeah, my life changed. Yeah, that is after release. Yes, so release is so powerful. What I'm doing is, like, for example, yeah, I was on the TV, and also I'm having the seminar around the world. The last year, New York, and Los Angeles, and Paris. Yes, and also the lecture at the university. Yes, and the Cannes Gala party, and the Paris collection, like that. And I have my own YouTube channel. There are 50,000 subscribers now. Thank you. Yes, and what I'm talking about is release. What is release about? How impact in our lives? I'm talking about that. So let me introduce myself. I'm ETSUKO, full-time release master in Japan. And what I'm doing is more than 4 years, and I'm a CEO of my company. I used to live in LA to study music. Yeah, I wanted to become a famous musician. Yes, so that's why I lived in LA. It was so fun. You know, I felt real freedom. So that's why I love US. Yes, don't you think so? You love the US, right? Yes? Okay, good. Yeah, same. So, and I wanted to come back to LA again after studying. Then, okay, I came back to Japan, and what I do is I was teaching piano, jazz piano trainer. Yes, that's what I did, and I liked. It was fine, and many people thought I was fine, and like that. So what I was doing is like music industry, fine, it's fun, and I had a great husband who supported and loved me. So what is the problem? What is the problem to me? Actually, I had a problem. I was unhappy, and my husband was okay, but I didn't feel right. So that was a problem also. And I wanted real freedom. Real freedom. That is whenever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want to go, I want to do that. But I couldn't do that. That was a problem. So I wanted to change my life. I need it. Then I did. I tried a lot of things to do. For example, meditation. I did. And also the studying about real estate and also side business, I did. Reading a book, I did. Yeah, and then attending a seminar, I did. And then connecting with the people, I did. But it didn't work. Yes, it didn't work. Yes. Oh my God, it didn't work. And I was so frustrated. I didn't know what to do. I tried a lot of things, to get a better life. I did. But, I was so frustrated and felt sad. And I gave up. I gave up doing anything. But I couldn't give up my life. So then one day I was watching YouTube. Yes, and the same as, every day. Then, just one video popped up. And it caught my attention. And I clicked. And he is a Japanese guy. He was talking about release. Yeah, he was talking about release. How powerful release is. And what is a release? And where to start. And when to start. Something like that. Then at the beginning, okay, release. It changed my life? No, I didn't think so. But, I didn't do anything. So that's why I watch again. Then, okay, that's 3 days later. Okay, let me try. Okay, let me try release. Then I started from home. For example, pens. We have lots of pens. No ink there, but we have that still. Yes, I released. Yeah, and the clothes. I had tons of clothes, more than 100. Then, but I didn't use some of them. I released. And I released the bags. I released the shoes. I released lots of things at home. More than 80%. Yes, more than 80%. It's crazy, right? I know, but I did. Then, what's happened? After that, and also I released my husband, by the way. I released my husband. Yes, I released. Yeah, I released lots of friendships also. Anyway, yes, like negative people, toxic friendships, and time wasters, like that. And do you imagine someone like that? Yes? Yes, and I released my husband. So after that, what's happened to me? I could focus. I could focus on what I want. That is totally different. Before release, I was okay. Yeah, I do that later. I do that tomorrow. I do that 1 year later, something like that. Yeah, but so I didn't do what I wanted because I couldn't focus on. Then after release, like this, I could focus on what I wanted, who I want to be, very clearly. So that's why the release changed my life. I want to ask you something. When we want better life, better relationships, better health, better outcome, anything, what do we do? Tell me, what do we do when you want a better life? What do we do? When we want something new, let's say that. When you want something new, we are doing, that's what I did actually, yes, like get information. Get a new information from the internet, social media, TV, anything. Yes, and also, learning online. Yes. Then also reading a book and studying. Yeah, and some of them are, going to India, maybe to find themselves. Yes, yeah. We're doing that. That is fine. Yeah, that's okay. But it doesn't work always. It doesn't work always. That is a problem. Why it doesn't work? Why? Because it's difficult to change these things. They're just too much. Just too much. Our lives are already full. Yes, so that's why we can do that. It's like a get in new things, learning, fine. But before that, release. Release. Make the space. That is very important. So imagine you are here in this room. Okay, do you want to sleep here? No, right? Okay, do you want to study here? You do? Okay, okay. Yeah, okay, can we focus on what I want here? No, right? Yeah, it's not that easy. So, like that. Then also, our mind. Stress. Yeah, stressed. Exactly. And we are thinking about something all the time, all the time. Sometimes we regret about the past, and we are worrying about in the future. And okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. Thinking. So we need a space. We need a space, our mind. And also schedule. Yes, we fill out our schedule with things to occupy us. Yes, sometimes we can relax. Okay, no schedule, fine. But we want to put some schedule. Yes, too full. That's a human being. But that's fine. But we need a space. We need a space. Make space first. Yes. No space in real life. That's the problem. No space in real life. Like this. No space to think. No space to learn. No space to grow. No space to grow. For example, this is bonsai. Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, thank you. Yes, right? Yes. So bonsai stays small. Bonsai stays small. Why? Yeah, small spot. Yeah, exactly, small pot. And the roots are restricted. That's why it can't grow. Roots are restricted. That's why it can't grow. Stay small. So, but if the bonsai tree is planted on the ground, what's happening? Getting huge tree and strong, large tree. But it's same tree. Yes, what's the difference? It's restricted, the roots. That's a problem. So the potential was already there, but problem, what is different? Is space. Space. When we have enough space, we can grow. It's easy. But many people live like a bonsai tree. It's, not they lack the ability. We have enough ability. But just we need a space to grow. Space to think, space to learn, space to grow, space to change. That's why we need a space first. When we have enough space, what's happened? It's easier and faster to achieve ultimate goal. That's why we need a space. Then we can get in something new. That's in the order. Yes, ultimate goal is easier to get. So let's talk about how to create a space. Yes, where to start? I recommend from closet. 5 years ago, I started from the closet because I had more than 100 clothes. Yes, how many of you have less than 10 clothes? No, okay, oh yeah? That's great, by the way. It's great. Okay, many of you more than 10, right? Yes, that's fine, that's fine. But sometimes we have a lot, and we can't control, and we don't know what we have also, right? Yes. Yeah, and especially women, we love fashion. That's why, yes. Then, but 5 years ago, I started from my closet. So I recommend here. And I released everything. Every clothes released. Yes. Then now, I have 10 clothes. In the daily 10 clothes. That's it. But that's okay. I can survive. I can live with happy. So from closet, I recommend that. Then next, that is information. Yes, we are already full with lots of information. For example, social media, TV, magazine, anything, from the other people's information. Already, always full. But how much information do we need in our lives? Yes, that's a good question, I think. How much do we need in our lives? And for me, I don't check any news except weather report. I have to know I need an umbrella or not when I go out. So that's why, information. Weather report. Yes, but we think we have to know what's going on all the time around the world. But I don't know about that, actually. But I'm fine. I'm still alive. I'm here. Yes. Yes, information we can release. Yes. Okay, this is the hardest one. This is the hardest one. Relationships. Some of relationships drain your energy. For example, the negative people, toxic friendships, time wasters, all the contacts. Right? And we can release those people. Yes, because we need a space. That's why. We need a space. We want to make a space. So relationships, that is the most powerful. The 5 people closest to you shape your life. Have you heard that phrase? No? Oh, yes? Okay. The 5 people closest to you shape your life. Yes. We often become the 5 people who we spend time with. So be careful surround you. It's very powerful.
Well, I had a question. I got the question.
Okay.
You mentioned it. Was that did the incident occur during the process, or was that always in your mind? Was that one of the things it was disturbing what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
So it was already in your mind before you got rid of him.
Yes, exactly. Then, but I couldn't release. That's the point. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask when you mentioned it.
Okay.
Because if your seminar will reach to it, then it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Everybody starts getting rid of the
No, not like that. Not like that. I want it.
Yeah, that's the extreme, way, but
Thank you.
I had a question.
Thank you very much. Yes. Okay, why we are doing this? What we are doing in the releasing, because that is for the best life. Yes, only for that. Just, the releasing, no. I don't want that. I'm releasing for the best life, to achieve best life, ultimate goal. That's why I'm doing that.